just announced. Princess Leonor de Borbón Ortiz wedding date finally revealed. Soft orchestral intro fades in, the sound of distant bells, gentle strings, and royal fanfare rising. It was the announcement millions had been waiting for. Spain held its breath. And then, just like that, the palace confirmed what had been whispered for months. Princess Leonor de Borbón Ortiz, the future Queen of Spain, now has an official wedding date. But the truth behind this announcement, what it means for Spain, for the monarchy, and for Leonor herself, goes far deeper than the headlines reveal. Because behind the royal smiles, behind the glittering tiaras and centuries of tradition, lies a story of love, duty, and a quiet storm that has shaken even the most loyal hearts within the royal family. And tonight, we uncover it all. Pause for emotional tension. At first glance, it seemed like any other royal milestone. A date, a wedding, a nation celebrating. But for those who have followed Leonor's journey since birth, this moment feels different, historic, emotional, and deeply symbolic. Because this isn't just the wedding of a princess. It's the beginning of a new royal era. Born on October 31, 2005, Princess Leonor de Borbón Ortiz was destined for history from the very first cry. The first female heir to the Spanish throne in centuries. The symbol of a modern, reformed monarchy striving to find its place in a changing Europe. And yet, despite her royal destiny, Leonor's story has always been one of quiet strength. Of a young woman shaped by discipline, sacrifice, and an overwhelming sense of duty. But then came a moment no one expected. The moment love walked into her life, changing everything. The royal palaces of Madrid and Copenhagen had long been connected through centuries of alliance, diplomacy, and friendship. Few imagined that one day, those ties would take on such a deeply personal meaning. Because it was in Denmark, during a joint royal event, that Princess Leonor first crossed paths with Prince Christian, the heir to the Danish throne. Two young royals, born into parallel worlds of duty and expectation, quietly drawn to each other. At first, it was nothing more than a polite friendship. Two teenagers sharing smiles during ceremonies, exchanging a few words between receptions. But what no one knew at the time was that something rare, something profoundly genuine, was beginning to bloom. As months turned to years, their connection deepened. Palace sources whispered of discreet visits, of letters exchanged, of phone calls that stretched long into the night. By 2022, the European press had begun to take notice. But both families stayed silent. And Leonor, always composed, always regal, continued her training at the military academy in Zaragoza, while Christian balanced his studies and royal duties in Denmark. Yet beneath the calm, a quiet love story unfolded, one that would defy royal protocol and challenge generations of expectation. So when the Spanish royal house confirmed the engagement earlier this year, it wasn't just news, it was a global moment. Spain erupted in joy. Denmark celebrated with pride. And the world finally realized that the next chapter of Europe's royal legacy would be written by two young hearts who dared to love across borders. But the date, the most guarded secret of all, remained under royal lock and key. Until now. Earlier today, Casa Real finally confirmed what had been speculated for months. The royal wedding of Princess Leonor and Prince Christian will take place on June 14, 2025, at the Almudena Cathedral in Madrid. A historic venue. The same cathedral where her parents, King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, exchanged vows 2 decades ago. And once again, history repeats itself, this time. With their daughter, the future Queen of Spain, walking down the very same aisle. Soft piano underscoring as the tone turns reflective. The significance of this moment is almost poetic. For Leonor, it marks the fulfillment of royal tradition and personal destiny. For her parents, it's the emotional passing of a torch, a bittersweet moment of pride and nostalgia. Insiders reveal that Queen Letizia, usually composed and private, has been deeply moved by the preparations. She's said to have personally helped Leonor choose her bridal gown, a gesture that reflects both motherly love and a symbolic royal bond. And King Felipe. Reports describe him as visibly emotional. A father watching his daughter step into a world of global scrutiny, knowing full well the weight that comes with the crown, and the love that now anchors it. But not everyone within royal circles was ready for this union. Behind palace walls, sources speak of quiet tension. Some senior advisors questioned whether the timing was right. Others whispered that a marriage between two heirs could raise delicate constitutional questions, especially between Spain and Denmark, both modern yet deeply traditional monarchies. But Leonor, known for her calm determination, reportedly made her stance clear. She wasn't just marrying for politics. She was marrying for love. And that clarity, insiders say, earned her the respect of her family, and ultimately, the king's blessing. As the wedding date was revealed, global media descended on Madrid. From London to Paris, from Copenhagen to Washington, the story dominated headlines. Fashion experts speculated about the dress. Royal commentators analyzed every detail. But beneath all the noise, something far more beautiful emerged. The image of a young woman who had managed to balance duty with heart. A future queen, grounded not only in heritage, but in humanity. In the weeks leading up to the wedding, Spain is expected to undergo a royal transformation. Streets in Madrid will be adorned with national flags and royal insignias. Musicians will rehearse for the grand procession. And hotels across the city are already fully booked. But it's not just about celebration. It's about reflection. Because Leonor's marriage marks a bridge between past and future. Between monarchy and modern Spain. Between tradition and change. For years, young Spaniards viewed the monarchy with cautious admiration. But Leonor's authenticity, her calm, relatable demeanor, has reignited a sense of pride among the youth. She's not the distant figure of old royal portraits. She's a modern woman stepping confidently into history. And in Christian, she's found someone who understands that unique burden. Two hearts, bound not just by love, but by the same destiny of service. Behind closed doors, preparations are underway with royal precision. Designers, florists, and event coordinators from across Europe have been called in. The palace's security teams are already drafting extensive protocols. World leaders and royals from every corner of Europe are expected to attend. And yes, the guest list reads like a royal history book. The British royal family, the Norwegian and Swedish monarchs, the Dutch king and queen, all are expected to witness this union that symbolizes the renewal of Europe's royal unity. As for the dress, one of the biggest mysteries yet, rumors suggest that Leonor has chosen a Spanish designer known for blending classic royal elegance with modern sophistication. There are whispers of silk, lace, and delicate embroidery inspired by the Spanish Renaissance. And just like her mother in 2004, Leonor will wear the legendary Prussian tiara, symbolizing continuity and royal heritage. But this time, the sparkle won't just reflect tradition, it will reflect a new generation stepping forward. Orchestral swell, music rises with emotional tension. As the world counts down to June 14th, one thing is clear. This isn't just a royal wedding. It's a moment of unity, identity, and transformation for Spain. And as Leonor walks down that cathedral aisle, every Spaniard will feel the weight of the moment, the merging of love and destiny, of the past and the future. Perhaps that's what makes this story so deeply human. Because beneath the titles and the formality, this is about a young woman who dared to love, even when the world was watching. About a future queen who found her voice, not in rebellion, but in grace. And about a royal family standing together at the dawn of a new chapter, one defined not by protocol, but by heart. Soft closing, strings fade to a gentle piano. So now the countdown begins. June 14, 2025. Madrid will glow. Spain will celebrate. And history will once again be written in gold. Princess Leonor de Borbón Ortiz, future Queen of Spain, has found her forever. And the world will be watching. End with emotional music fading out, leaving only the echo of royal bells.